this one because most of you were at the Presenters Academy this past Saturday. And I'm going to finish a story I kind of started as it relates to the importance of submitting everything the right way and quickly, because I want to show you, obviously, what most people are here to do is make money. And I want to show you how we can do that in a more effective way. So I think it's time to go. So let's get started. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We got a few more people coming in late. All right, let's just go ahead and do this. And it is being recorded. I'm not sure. I think what I did to redact a couple of things so we can go ahead and archive it. All right, so we got that. Please unmute yourself at any time, but make sure you unmute yourself to ask questions, not just to hear your background. We can hear your background noise, so we can move through this pretty quickly. Good morning, everybody. It's Javier, and I'm super excited to be with you here on this Labor Day Monday. I know it's a holiday. A lot of people ask me, you realize it's a holiday, right? Well, most people's bills, guess what, don't take a holiday. And most people still want to make money on a Monday, regardless of what it might be. So if you're rich, get off the webinar. I'm not in that position to do that. So I want to go ahead and maximize my success and your success. So here we go, a whopping 20 minutes max that we're going to take every Monday, and then back to drinking beer or whatever other productive things we've got going on this great Labor Day weekend. I want to just start off with a few things because we're not going to take too much of your time. I respect your time, but I do want to make sure we cover everything that we came here to cover. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with the briefing is the release of our regular Monday briefing, and we are starting to take more shape or a better form. Okay, we got a lot of people coming in late. We have a lot of people coming in late. So let me just go ahead and let everybody in. Please don't unmute yourself unless you're going to talk. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and keep going. Like I said, I wanted to go through our Monday morning webinar where we're going to continue to develop our protocol as to what it is we're going to be here to do on Mondays. And then we get off the webinar and we're done. We're not here to be wasting time or spend all day on this thing. So let's get right to it. Well, first of all, first things first, I want to thank everybody that showed up to the Presenters Academy. We have a lot of presentations coming up, and we're going to continue to expedite the process for those that want to become presenters. Some of you did make it to the event, and that's wonderful. We were at full capacity, and I thank you for your time as well. The second thing that I want to also emphasize to everybody is that we're going to compress a couple of private events. As a matter of fact, we're going to do one in the greater LA area at the Realty office, and we have another event that we're going to be doing more towards the eastern part of the county. And so that way we're going to do two locations for the actual auditions. So if you want to start knocking out your auditions for a presenter, I will tell you, please don't come and waste your time or our time. When you're ready, and when you're ready, take it. It's amazing how many people come in here for the very first time ever, pick up a clicker when they're doing their audition. It ends up being a total and complete time. And I'm telling you right now, sincerely, so you don't end up wasting your time or other people's time, because we want to get you up and running. And so therefore, the way we're going to do it, we're going to prioritize, if you would, those that have either demonstrated their ability to present. So in one way, shape, or form, we have some of you here that have actually presented without any preparation on my part. It's just that we were in a terrible jam and you stepped up and did a good job. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And so I'm going to reach out to a few of you that are ready this week. And again, if you don't practice, don't take the invitation. If you haven't practiced and you haven't ever done everything we spoke about, master, intimately know every slide and so on, don't come and just waste your time and other people's time. And you'll know when you're ready. My recommendation, don't wait too long, but don't be that one person who just, let's see how it goes. Wrong. That's called wasting time, and we don't want to do that. And so anyways, so we're going to do that in West LA, and we're going to be doing it all the way towards in the greater direction of the Inland Empire for people that are truly ready. And one of the things that I'm going to do is give you guys a link, not you, but some of you that are going to be invited. And we're going to do a quick one via Zoom, where you're going to give me the presentation to see if it's even worth us getting together in person. Again, it's not for everybody. It's not a knock on anybody. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's not the end of the world. We are going to have a great cadre of presenters, so don't worry about that at all. Also, I wanted to follow up with primarily those that were at the event this past Saturday in Hollywood. We did the Presenters Academy. And again, I thank everybody that showed up. And I gave you the story as to how, in the timeline, if you would, as to how it should go when it comes to appointment number 2. If you get to appointment number 2, there's a 90% chance you're going to take an application. And if you do have an appointment number 2, you should only do it one way. And that is what I consider the right way. But I just wanted to wrap up the story and show you what I was talking about. And for some of you that were not there, I'm going to fly through this, so it's not really intended to keep you up to snuff. This is Wednesday, August 30th, which is this past Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. I met with the teacher for appointment number 2, presented the actual results of the analysis, which is the illustration, showed every benefit possible as to why this makes sense. We transitioned over to the application, took the application, and then when I was done with the application, I went ahead and asked her, what can I buy her classroom? She asked for 10 cents, which are 1,000 of these stickers that kids are going crazy for right now. It cost me a whopping $60. And I told her, I don't care if you get approved or not. I just want to give you a gift for taking the time to really make sure you're on the right track. And I don't care what happens with the business. This is just personal. And she really respected that. And we did that again that same Wednesday. This is around probably closer to almost 2:20. I'm sorry, 3:20, almost 3:30, and I was gone by 3:30. So give or take an hour for the whole thing to go down. Then I got the email the following morning at 4:15 in the morning saying that this person's policy had already been issued. You have to log in using the code that I showed you that clearly states right there what you need to do. It takes you over to DocuSign. From DocuSign, you allow them to see your location because they want to document where you were when you actually went ahead and e-signed your portion of the documents. Once you click on the allow, the box opens up. You click on the little box, continue, and it brings you to the actual policy delivery information. Most of the time, it's going to be 2 things that are going to be signed, which are the illustration and the policy delivery. This is the illustration right here that we showed on the screen because we selected. It was shown, but not signed when we met with them. So you click on that. And again, this is on Thursday morning. I went ahead and at this point, continue with the rest. The second page, this is the actual policy receipt, them acknowledging that they received the actual policy. Once we did that, your signature will appear, and they immediately get an email asking for them to do the same thing. So I always tell everyone, make sure that before you sign it all the way and you click finish, that you're ready to get a hold of them either via text or call. Text works much better, and do that. So the moment I hit finish, I immediately send out a text message. Look, before I forget, it's got to give you the option of logging into your actual or to actual account, if you would, with DocuSign. If you don't have an account with them, create one. It's free, and it shows you all the things you have signed or are pending in there. And so you'll have all your deliveries, everything you ever did with National Life Group. It's archived right here, and it's free. Some of you are realtors, loan officers, so you might have your own DocuSign account, so we can do that. And so anyways, for the next thing I did, I sent out a text message immediately saying, congratulations, your application for over $500,000 was approved. Please check your email for a DocuSign from National Life Group. Please complete the forms to make it official on your end, and I'll swing by your classroom, blah, 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 because I was going to swing by, and that was it. Then, yay, thank you, already signed. It was a done deal. I selected immediate draft, which you should almost always, unless they clearly tell you, and they can't do an immediate draft. And if they can't do an immediate draft, that's a red flag on your part, by the way. Why can't they do $200, $300 immediately? I mean, if it's teetering on bankrupting them, maybe you did the wrong thing with the amount that you inputted. So anyways, this was a $500 a month IUL. Once I did that, I selected immediate. So once they approve her and they immediately draft the money, even before she signs it, it's gone. And so once she signs her end, which she did, as you can see here, it's official. The policy is live. The coverage.
Javier,
Go ahead.
Javier, you're still showing the congratulations screen.
I'm there with the
Okay.
text. Yes.
Yes. Okay,
I'm
thanks.
still there. And so I'm just visualize. You got to visualize here what I'm talking about to be able to do that. And so again, so that's it. All that is done. But here's where I wanted to end the story. What happens is FFS pays every Tuesday and every Friday, every Tuesday and every Friday. And it'll pay you everything from your new business submitted to your renewals, to your overrides from renewals. And so what you do is you go to the FFS commission statement. And when you go into the detailed statement link, it's going to ask you from what date to what date. The way we check commissions to see what we're going to get paid on this coming Tuesday, we just put from September 5th until September 5th. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're telling it all we care about is this damn Tuesday. If I put in September 1st, 2022 till September 5th, 2023. It's going to keep, I don't want to know. I just want to know what's coming this particular Tuesday. Now, here I have 607 records, which means it's anything from renewals, it's anything from new business, it's anything from splits, everything like that. But the point that I'm making here today is that if you look at the very first line, and I lined it up by clicking amount. And if you click amount, what it will do, it will go ahead and allow you to immediately, and I do mean immediately, line them up from the biggest to the smallest. And the smallest could be a negative chargeback or something. Out of 607 lines of commission I'm getting paid this week, only 2 are negative, not mine, but other people who got a chargeback. And as a result, I get my portion charged back. But the point that I'm making is this was submitted this past Wednesday, and it's already paying this coming Tuesday. Does that make sense? I mean, this is the way you submit business. Don't be the one that here I am getting paid my commission and you're still waiting for them to call you back, or you haven't gotten a hold of them, or you haven't done this, which we're going to do a little bit of a roll call right now. And today's the day we take back all the leads and we reassign them to see somebody can actually visit them. And again, it's just a million things that can go not wrong, but can cause somebody, they're just not interested. They just wanted to do the raffle. Well, we don't want you to walk around with either A, false hope, or B, finally getting a hold of them, submitting something that they submitted just to get you off their back, and then it ends up being charged back at the end. We don't do that at all. So this is it from last Wednesday till this Tuesday, literally getting paid the $3,150. And that's just the first. I did another one on Thursday for another 500. That one won't get paid till probably this Friday. So that's what Fridays are for. The main paydays are Tuesdays. Fridays are just whatever you didn't make it on Tuesday, you get on Friday. But even if on a worst case scenario, it was the following week, that's still not too bad. $6,000 for 3 hours of work. I don't know about you, but go ahead.
It's real quick. So not that I'm hoping that it happens, but would you say that a good rule of thumb to keep it in your account for like 9 months or so before you touch it for chargebacks?
No, I mean, no, I'm not at all. I mean, this money right here, my wife probably already spent. And so the point that I'm making is that no, don't do that. I mean, I 100.
Well, as a new person, you know what I mean. I mean, hoping I have to.
Now, here's what I would say:
Wednesday,
if you are a new person, confident that what you are doing, because all I ever do is remember what I said. People accuse me of 2 things. Well, you were not there Saturday, but we went into great detail on Saturday about I get accused of. When I'm recruiting people, I get accused of unrecruiting. Man, you were negative. You sound like you were unrecruiting. Well, because I want to scrub the riffraff out. I don't want riffraff here. And they still find a way through sometimes. And when I sell, they always tell me, sounds like you're trying to, unsell them. Like you're trying to convince them not to. I go, it's not that. It's just that if there's even a remote chance of them canceling their policy, in the first year, 2 or 3, I don't want them as clients. I don't have an issue. I've never had an issue with chargebacks. And some people are just consistently bringing business in, consistently they cancel. So they have to bring more to deal with their negative balance. And then they have to bring more and they cancel more. And it's just what is a typical example of a Ponzi scheme that you have to keep bringing business in to make up with the chargebacks. And that's just people not being sat down like I sat down with everybody on Saturday. And I walked everybody through every step of what I did to scrub those pieces of business and make it a $6,000. It's more than $6,000. Technically, it's supposed to be $8,000, but they haven't paid me one portion. Whatever, $6,000 to $8,000 for 3 hours, and I know this business is going nowhere. And so,
I'm sorry, sir. So just to clarify, though, you said that was just for presenters last week, not for closers. That's why I didn't come.
It was presenters. It was anything we get a chance. I mean, it's really hard because remember, when you become a presenter, all that a presenter do is a closer on steroids, where you're going to be seen as the authority by the crowd. I have a appointment that I have to take back today because somebody texted me, a teacher saying, "Hey, I want to but only if I meet with you." And I don't know her, but I know because she saw me as a presenter. So we did go into commissions a lot because we want people to get paid fast. And so again, I saw people when other people here on the team were seeing their teachers. I already got paid, and you're still waiting to hear back, or some are still waiting for certain conditions to be brought in, and that's fine. You're new. That's why we're saying we're learning right now. We're learning, but
I should just show up to everything, is what I'm trying to say.
I
That's
would. I mean, I
okay.
mean,
I don't mind
yeah,
doing that. I just
yeah.
when you say different things, I'm like, oh, he's not talking
Sure,
about me.
sure.
But
I
okay,
mean,
all right. Thank
I never like to waste time to and just cover it because we spent probably just as much time as closing because as a presenter, the psychology of a presenter, if you were to ask me, how do you close X amount of business? Because I start with the psychology of a presenter. I am looking at this saying, man, you can bring 100 other closers here and they're going to want to choose me. And if I do happen to meet with them, they're going to know that they're meeting with the expert, not because I'm the expert. They just perceive the presenter as such. But okay, cool. So having said, any other questions, please? We're almost done. I just have one more thing, two more things to do. Any other questions? I was just waiting for all the people that are always running late to get here. They just got here. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. The last thing I want to just talk to you about, the second last thing about the week ahead. We do have a big event. Well, a lot of big events in this month, but our first one is this coming Tuesday. We're going to be at an elementary school. We're going to be presenting to staff. We have two soon to be official presenters that are going to be there as observers. We have only one closer for this event, and we have another person that's going to be just sitting undercover, sitting in the back, no badge, no nothing, just try to mix in as much as possible, no National Life Group logo, nothing, because we have way too many people. We never bring this many people. However, this principal, like almost all the principals that I deal with, they're almost drinking buddies. Miss Cortez is somebody that's near and dear to my heart. She's helped me out for so many years. And as a result, we've done more Thanksgiving turkey dinner giveaways, more Christmas wish list for her, backpack giveaways, school supplies, sports equipment. So she's like somebody of the ones that I deal with, super cool. And so we're going to be there so we can get away with that. But we are going to fast track them. And then we're going to call 3 of you to see if you want to come down and audition for the presenters side of the house. You will have to bring everything that you're going to need when you present, minus a projector. Do not bring a projector or a screen. I'm telling you, we don't need you to do that right now. And we're going to do one in LA at the realty office and then one closer to me out here as well. And so we'll let you know because we need people up and running by next Tuesday already. And so people sometimes tell me, look, listen, you need to start giving us a little bit more head start. If I need to give you more of a head start, this is not for you, buddy. It's very, very simple. You will have the opportunity in the last minute to say, hey, Joe, so-and-so got sick. We need a presenter. It's tomorrow at 2:30. It's a simple yes or no. If it's a no, we have the muscle. We have it. It's just that we want to send the more seasoned ones first. But life happens and you have to be on your toes as it relates to that as well. Now, every time you present, you have first dibs at the actual lead cards. So I'll show you how to cherry pick them. There is a way to cherry pick them. And that's one of the benefits of being a presenter. And so here you are cherry picking them. Here you are, the presenter who everybody in the room perceived as the expert. And what you'll see me tomorrow, that's why it's so important for when you're actually presenter, you always have to edify who your closers are going to be. So I know Monica's going to be there this Tuesday, tomorrow. And so if it's Monica or if it's Joy or if it's Rochelle or if it's whoever, what I'm going to say, look, listen, first of all, I want to thank everybody for your time, but I also want to thank Joy or Rochelle or Monica. If you can stand up, or maybe they're standing already. If you can wave, please. These are the true 403B and pension maximization experts in California today. So you are blessed to be able to meet with somebody of their caliber. And I'm telling you, this is something you want to take the opportunity to jump on whenever you can. And they're like, damn, who the hell are these people? And that's edification. And that's part of the presentation. I did not cover this this Saturday, but I'm covering it now, that we expect the presenter as they close to always edify the the closers. So make believe you have one or two, whatever your choice, whoever the hell you want them to be, but they have to be in your closing statement. For those that were there, you know what I'm talking about. And it has to be compelling the way I did it right now. Second and last thing we're going to do is just talk about real quick about the 7 keys to maximize your retirement, the actual script, because it's more of a script / transcript. Well, because it's not video, it's more script. It's going to be you presenting it. And it's very, very simple. All we're going to do is, for those that were there yesterday, trust me when I tell you, this will help you tremendously. I showed you how there were notes in the PowerPoint. They're very difficult to read. A million typos. I'll tell you that right now. They all got fixed. So if you're really anal about spelling, delete the version that you have, download it again from the same place, and it's been corrected. All the typos are corrected because those are just personal notes, and I know what I'm doing. Anyways, so as you can see here, this is what it looks like. And the way it's designed, remember what I told you, you have to intimately know every single slide. It's very simple. Now let me change the view. I hate when the PDFs open up in 2 pages. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to view single page, and this is it. And so you'll see slide 1, just like I told you. It's easier to read here than through the slides. Now, you're not going to hold this up, of course, when you're presenting. I hope you don't try to do that. This is something you're going to, again, generalize in your style by covering the essence of what it says. Don't go off in left field. Don't make it cuter. Don't make it prettier. Just stay on script or you're going to flunk it. I'm telling you right now, it's very, very simple. So for slide 1, when you see that image, you know that you're going to do the introduction. Very, very simple. Number 2, we are district and CalSTRS approved 403B advisors. When the For Our Kids slide pops up, we also have a nonprofit that helps give children a shot at achieving the future they deserve. This is funded by our individual agents and no corporate money is involved. We also donate things such as sports equipment and fulfill Christmas wish lists for kids or children nominated by principals. But what you'll see in some of these are, where it says none, it just simply means it's a placeholder. Leave it up there for a second and continue. Here, slide. So if I'm talking about this one right here, this one says for 6. We also run a Life Changer of the Month campaign where the principal nominates a teacher who has gone above and beyond, and we award that teacher a certificate, a gift card, and even a brand new tablet. And you see number 7 is none, 8 is none, and usually I leave it at 8 for a split second because I know when I get to this slide, it's showtime. This is the actual 7 keys portion is going to start. All right, now here's the fun part. I get to give you a 20-minute presentation in under 10 minutes, so please forgive me for flying through it. Now, let me start with the question for everyone in the room. Who here would like to retire someday? Wait for the answer. And of those that want to retire, please raise your hand if you would like to actually stay retired, because that is the greatest challenge facing teachers today. Now, just so you know, everything I present to you today comes directly from the CalSTRS Handbook, which we will make available to you at the end. It is impossible, like right here. Then it starts with the keys. Sometimes you'll see where there's the key number 1 or whatever, and there's no script. Well, read the damn thing. That's what it's intended to do. It's supposed to, you introduce it. So when we get to this one, now we're going to talk about key number 1, which is to know your expected pension amount. It is impossible to properly plan for retirement without knowing what your pension amount will be. Here we have Jane, who's 31, and wants to retire when she's 60. And so as you can see, I'm not going to read it to you, but I just wanted you to see what it is we're talking about as well. It's all here. Now, these are the big ones. These are the important ones that have the most writing. So you better spend nothing but 5 seconds on the other simple ones. But this is where you really need to understand. Let me put this in perspective for you. Now, this is directly from, by the way, appointment number 2 anyways. Appointment number 1, where we're going to emphasize. This is the moneymaker right here. You're going to win it or lose it by this portion right here. This is where you spook them. You spook the living crap out of them, and then that's where you're going to bring the solution. All of you here received access to the Tony Robbins, the entire course, including the audio files for Mastering Influence. And this is the entire thing in action right now. And so again, there's a lot of slides. So when you don't see a lot, this is directly from CalSTRS Handbook indicating how your pension is fully taxable. Next, that's it. Again, 100% of your pension is taxable. Done. Next one pops up, so that means I should read it. Now we're talking about key number 4, plan for your survivor option today. Now, if you haven't blah, 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 I mean, on and on and on. So, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. I just wanted you to really understand this. And this is the part that you're going to have to be good about to be able to do that. So anyways, it's pretty simple, I think, in regards to what it is you need to do. So this is what you're going to need to study to make sure that you sound intelligent, that you compel people, and that you're influencing people by simply delivering it the way I've shown you. We have recordings of this, and on and on and on. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead, just for the heck of it, to make sure you can see this, I'm going to go to where you will find it. Specializedmarkets.us. You're going to click on hover. Don't click on, but hover over schools. And you're going to go to presenters. When you go to presenters, there's George giving a kind of version of what I just showed you right now. But you can learn a lot from him. Here, is where you're going to be able to download the PowerPoint presentation, which is password protected. Open it as read only, and you'll be fine. You don't need to edit it. You just need to do that. And then here's this slide by slide teacher presentation script in PDF format, what I just showed you right now. And then for those of you that are going to have everything ready, everything else is behind there as well, including the Tony Robbins Mastering Influence as well. Any questions from anybody about anything before we end it by going over a roll call? So I just need to really speak with myself, which I'm here, George, Rochelle, and Chin and Joy. That's what we do every week. We go over, this is the week that we take back. Listen to me. We're doing you a favor by saying, just take it back. When you tell me take it back, if you haven't submitted it the piece of business yet, and you think you're still going to chase them down and hopefully get to talk to them, and then on top of that, so you're wrong. You should be focusing on the coming week and not letting some of these things happen, even though there's some things we cannot help. We just simply are going to have people disappear on us and they ghost us. And welcome to the business that we are all a part of right now. Any questions? Let me go ahead and do this real quick. I want to make sure any questions from anybody, ask away, please.
I did. I have a question.
All right, here we go in the meantime. Okay, so everybody else is good. All right, so here's what I want to know real quick. And that is going to be, this is the only week we're going to do this because next week we're going to have too many to go over. And that is, I'm going to start with George. Are you here? George? All right. Okay, let's start with Rochelle. In regards to Gladys, what's the story on that one? Are we taking it back or what? Or where are you?
We're scheduled, you and I, for 2:30 on Wednesday.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can make it. I'm trying my best, but I'm going to have a bunch of us. Okay, but you have an appointment is what I'm saying. So you have an appointment this Wednesday?
Correct.
For the 6th?
Yes.
Okay, 9, 6.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the one. Okay, all right.
Perfect,
I'll talk
okay.
to you later.
Yeah. What about Wendy?
No.
Okay, so take it back. You weren't able to schedule anything. All right. How about Juan? I think you met with Juan.
Yes, we have 3:15 second appointment scheduled
Okay,
on
got it.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday. Oh, damn, that's
I-
close to the other one.
Well, he said 3:30. He's fine. He leaves at like 4, so he knows that
Okay.
yeah. And then he said he would talk to Adriana, but I'm wondering if that's who Joy saw, and I don't know if it was double.
Well, it was assigned to
fine.
you. Joy, did you see or did you meet with Adriana? I don't see her being assigned to
I don't
her.
think I
Joy,
just-
no,
they
'cause-
said she was. I don't think she's here, but he said that he would. Juan said that Adriana was new, and I know they were seeing somebody new, so I'm not sure about that one. But Adriana and Wendy, no responses.
Adriana. Okay, good. I'll just put it on this side. And there's no big deal. Like I told you, it's not punishment. I think it's just don't waste your time on this. They're not gonna, respond. Don't waste your time. How about Chin? How about with Lisette?
Oh, Lisette, she hasn't been responding to my emails.
Oh, that's the
or-
one from the bungalow.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, so that one's okay. I'll take it back. I think it's gonna be dead if she's not. Oh, you want to keep working with it because you already initiated contact with her, right?
Yeah, I'll be going back on Thursday to meet with Martha. So
Got
I'll
it.
just stop by one more time, and if she's
If
not
not,
there,
just-
then,
Yeah, she's wasting your time. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that one. How about for Jenny?
Who?
Jenny Chacon?
Oh,
Jen?
she got burnt by life insurance in the past, so she doesn't want any part of it.
None. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll cancel it. Thank you. Got it. And Luz?
Yeah, she already has a life insurance, and she can only afford to put in like $136
Yeah.
or something. So I told her, I gave some recommendations, but it's not
Cancel.
going to be a.
Cancel. Okay, let me know if it's canceled. Rocio? See,
Oh,
she's
yeah, I
talking to
returned
me.
that
Okay.
because there's a scheduling.
I'll take care of her because I don't know if she's serious or not, but okay, I'll just change it to myself. Rocio. I'll go look for her. Do you know, is she a teacher? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take care of that. And then lastly, Joy's not here, so we need Joy to get an update. And that's what I'm telling you. If you're going to take appointments and you can't make it on Wednesdays, don't take any appointments. I hate chasing people down individually. It's a waste of time for everybody when we can knock it out here and we all learn to see what the trend is out there. If you would, you will hit schools where somebody went in there and screwed somebody. And not only did they screw them, they screwed them and tattooed them. And so therefore, it's going to make our life harder when you have somebody being, anal or something like that. So you want to make sure you do that. All right. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Any questions about anything for anybody?
Yeah,
If
quick
not-
question, Javier, for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you want me in sport coat, national life shirt, or undercover?
NLG will be fine. It's going to be, hold on one second, guys. All right. The question said you're going to be I'm going to be in a polo, so you can be in a polo, but Rhett is going to be the undercover one tomorrow. He's going to be undercover, and then we can go ahead and take it from there. Anybody else? Please, let's keep it. The question.
Javier, that's Kathy.
Go ahead.
Hi. Good morning. George, by the way, is not on here because he thought there was no meeting, because that's what he told me, but I just happened to get on. So, anyway, I was just wondering if you're still doing the email campaigns.
We're doing it, but it's not going to go out until tomorrow because of today of the holiday.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll sit in the inbox. But the first one goes out for that whole area tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, cool. Thank you. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns, anything at all?
Yes,
Please.
I submitted my registration online for the website, so it just says that you'd have to go in there and
Guys, yeah. For all of you that have access or should have had access, do me a favor. Let's run as a pack and do it because it goes through every single individual and right now, I had 3 people contact me and they were a little upset because I would not sit with them. And I told them, I will sit with you in April because right now it is all about maximizing the presentations, the number of leads. Let's all do things when we do them together. So that, like, for instance, right now we need updates on a few people that are not here, and it makes it very difficult. Like I said, I don't do this for a living of following up. I don't think it's too much. If you're going to take our appointments, be responsible and be here to give your update, hang up, and then go do whatever the hell you want to do. That's fine. But it's impossible to do that. All right, anything from anybody before we let everyone go? If not, I just want to say thank you for all that you do. Put on your running shoes. My recommendation that if you're going to be doing or if you get the opportunity to audition to become a presenter, jump on it. But please start practicing now so you don't end up, wasting everybody's time with clearly what you see. The number one challenge is clearly somebody just hasn't gone through the motions enough times. I'd like to tell everybody, go through it over and over and over because it's going to give you the opportunity as a presenter to go out there and literally double, triple, quadruple your income while being the authority in the room as well. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. Until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.